Game on. Hi everybody, thank you for joining me on today's edition of Glen's Retro Show. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Basic Fun Tetris. This is number 18. Now Basic Fun does things kind of weirdly because they do have this here, which is a full color version of Tetris. It's number 18. And it costs about, 20 bucks. You get it at Wall-Mart for like $19.88, something like that. But they also make these here, which are also Basic Fun. This is also Tetris. But I've already done a video on this one. This one here is what I call a segmented LCD. Basically, it's like the old Coleco or the old VFD games back in the 80s. What's nice about these is the sound usually is more accurate to like putting in coins, digital sound effects they put in there. Now the weird thing about these go for around $17.99, and then you can get the full color ones here, which go for $19. So it doesn't really matter in particular case of Tetris which one you get per se, because it is Tetris. It's not like there's high definition graphics or anything crazy in there. And actually, I'm gonna tell you right now, I did a review of this one already, and I found this one very enjoyable. The joysticks in these are not the greatest, but it works well enough here in Tetris. You have your game start, you rotate left and rotate right. And, it's a little easier to hold in the hand. If you look at the way the controls are on this, you can hold it very easily, like this, and it works out pretty well. So, if you do see these for $17, they're also at Target. Target and, Toys R Us used to carry them. But you can definitely find these at Target, like Bed Bath & Beyond. But for $17, this one's really not bad for Tetris. We're here to talk about the new one, $19, available at Walmart, and it's the full color version. Now, the one thing I'll tell you off the bat I don't particularly like about these already is, the way the control is. It's a little weirder to hold it that way. This one, this style is definitely easier to just hold in your hand and play. But, we'll see how it goes here with Tetris. Again, it's Tetris. The box art, they do a nice job. In both of them. I'm bringing this one back again, but I think they did a nice job with this box art here. I mean, it looks nice. The only bad thing is, you have to rip the box to get these things out. But that's only my complaint, no one else's. But you can see right here, it's their pretty much a standard design for the box and case, and it's nice. You get a full view of the front. Of course, you can hit the test mode there and take a look at the game. And the color screens are nice. And obviously, Basic Fun always includes the batteries on both versions. So you get 3 AA batteries already installed, as long as they're not dead from everyone hitting the test mode a ton of times. You'll have some batteries in there already. And again, on the side, you can see the inside of the unit. It's got the marking, number 18 right on there. So again, they do a nice job with the box. The paper stock is nice, got a nice gloss to it. It's an official Tetris product. And it just says classic arcade gameplay music and sound effects. Arrange a stack of tomatoes, whatever, to make a complete line. Marathon mode, compare and complete 10 lines to move on to the next level. And again, it does look nice. Now, this is an arcade classic from Basic Fun. Now, although Tetris is everywhere, it's been on everything, and it was in the arcade, I'm not necessarily sure I'd call it an arcade classic per se. It's definitely a classic game, but as far as in the arcades, this is something people pretty much played at home. I don't recall anyone lining up to play Tetris in the arcades. Not to say it didn't happen, but I sure didn't see it. In any case, that's the outside of the box. Let's get this sucker open and take a look at the inside. And these boxes sometimes are a real pain in the butt to get in, so let me do my best here to open this thing up without damaging my box. Okay, when we get the sucker out of the box, it's tied into another box, and we get a very basic manual. Again, this is Basic Fun, so it's just a very basic black and white manual. Again, it's Tetris, not like there's a ton of information you need to know in here. Just gives you a rundown, the joystick, screen, reset button on the back, although I've never ever had to hit that button. If the machine's acting weird, most likely the batteries need to be replaced. And it gives you here, the bonus screen, high scores, the matrix, line levels, what's in the queue next, and the Tetris block coming down, however you pronounce that. And it gives you the scoring of the points over here. Now, what would have been kind of neat for something like this is if you could have linked 2 together, you know, like the old Game Boy, and play against someone else. It would help Basic Fun sell more units, and it would be kind of cool going up to someone else and, you know, pushing your Tetris blocks over to the other person. And in the arcade, if I'm not mistaken, that's one of the features it had. You know, you go head to head with somebody and you help screw up their Tetris level by dumping more onto them when you complete a level. But now, to get the sucker out, they put all this tape on the back, so I got to take this thing off here to get all these things off, which is always a pain. Okay, then we got to unturn these things. It's like breaking into a safe or into an Indiana Jones Temple of Doom to try and get these things out of here. There we go. All right, the machine is finally freed from its cardboard prison. Let's get all this stuff out of the way. You know, they do small little touches. I mean, if you look inside here, you know, they got all little Tetris blocks coming down. So, you know, they do a nice enough job for this little thing right here. Let's get this all out of the way. Finally, we get to the actual machine itself. And again, it's their basic design. I mean, it looks nice. It's a shame they don't light up the marquees up here. None of them do. There's actually no light ups except for the screen. But again, basic fun. The decal, it's on well enough. No bubbles in here. I mean, it's fairly on this, you know, well enough. Your on-off button and your volume control, which is generally low, medium, and high. And it just cycles between them. We have our now staple from them, this 4-way direction lock joystick. The joysticks are not very good. They get the job done, but you really have to give, as you can see, a pretty long throw before you really get, you know, action out of it. You really have to give a good direction in there. But at least it's 4-way direction locked. We have our start button over here. We have our rotate left, rotate right. And again, the other side, and then the back, we have our little demo mode. We're going to pull that out. And inside here, you'll put your four AA batteries or 3? I believe it's 3. 3 AA batteries. And they have the little screw lock in there, so, you know, kids can't take the batteries out and choke on them. Just a safety feature everyone does. And a reset button I've never, ever had to use. But we're going to turn this little guy on here and see how it starts up. When the button gets pressed in properly. Let's try that again. I guess it stays there, no demo, until you press start. So let's give this a try. So I'm going to put this down and let's redo our camera here a little bit. So this is obviously how you're going to play it. And I actually noticed there's a little divot there on the decal, and there's some bubbles on this side, so say what? It's going to bug me. But in any case, hit the start button. We get a little coin insert sound, and let's start it up. So we can do a new game. We have options, high score table, and help. And actually the button, the joystick, you still got to do a long throw, but it's responsive. Actually, you know, it should be good enough. So let's take a look under options. I'm guessing we'll press start. Nope. So we're going to turn this thing off. And I want to see what options we have in it. Turn this thing back on. Hit start. Let's try the left button. There we go. So you want it to show you what's next in the queue. I'm going to leave that on. Music I'm going to leave on. And sound effects on. So all these options here are pretty much nothing you'd really want to change. If you don't want to hear the music or sound, you can always lower the volume. But I guess it's better than nothing, right? So maybe this button will take us back. It did. High score table should be nothing in it. Yep, it's all blank. And we'll get a high score and see if it saves it after a power off. So we'll take a look at that. And then help, how to play. So, you know, it's kind of nice to throw this in here. But Tetris, pretty much, I think everyone knows how to play it. Scoring system. Oops. Okay, so we're going to go start a new game. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let me get this a little closer so you guys can kind of maybe see the screen a little bit better. Move myself into a slightly better position to play this. And, well, let's give it a try. Okay, the joystick feels fine as far as moving it left and right. And you can drop your item and stop your drop, which is kind of nice. I know some games, once you press it, it just drops it. Sometimes you don't want to go the whole way. So I do like they have that in there. So, I mean, you know, it's Tetris. There's not too much to say about it. It's really hard to mess up Tetris. It's a very simple game, but very addictive. And the music is catchy, which is kind of nice. Let's try the volume levels. That's off, low, and then high. So, you know, Tetris is fun. If you like Tetris, and I don't think anyone out there doesn't like Tetris, this is fine. But I'll say again, this one right here also was very fun. I had a fun time enjoying that one. But you're talking only a $2 difference between the fake VFD style versus full color. But the screen is very easy to view, which is good. And the music has always been catchy. It's one of those songs that sticks in your head and you cannot get rid of it. Haha, thought you were going to get me there, but you did not. I always like Wendy's singles. I was never big into the Wendy's doubles, so single is fine for me. Now this is definitely a game, like I said before, if they could put a small little serial cable on here so you could connect two of these together and challenge somebody. You know, Tetris it's a fun game, but it's definitely a game that, again, you could technically play with someone else, especially if it's the arcade classic. It would have been nice having that link cable in there. And I know that, you know, my arcade is planning on doing that with their Street Fighter 2 machine they're coming out with soon, which is going to be kind of neat to see that in play. And I definitely think this game could have, you know, could have benefited from that. Again, not that people are not going to not enjoy playing it, but you know, this is definitely a game. It's a lot more fun and exciting. I guess maybe that's the word I want to use. When you have someone else screwing up your Tetris and dumping more tiles on you when you're about to, you know, complete a level or something like that. The Game Boy version, that was one of the best features of it, was that you could link up to someone else and basically screw up their game. Put that in a bad spot. Ooh, that was close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this game actually now run out and die just to get a score in there. And we're going to turn this off and back on and see if it keeps a score. So I'm going to just screw up the game a little bit. Okay, we got a game over. It's letting me put my name in, so I'm going to put that in right now. Okay, oh. Ah, you bummer. Now I'm going to use the reset in here for sure. But Let me put this in here. I'll put gas in. I feel gassy. Okay, so I'm going to turn this thing off and see if it retains the high score. So here we go. I'm going to shut this thing off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll turn this thing back on. Hit start. And we're going to go to the high score table. Look at that. They're learning and listening. It is saving the high score. But I'm going to hit the reset button to get rid of gas. Although I'll probably beat that score easy enough. But, you know, again, for $19, if you do like Tetris, and pretty much who doesn't like Tetris, this basic fun is fun. It's entertaining. But again, the $17 one I thought was just as good as Tetris. Not too difficult a game to emulate. But again, the one thing I would like to have seen on something like this was on the back to put a little link cable back here to connect two of these together to challenge a friend. Again, you know, that's not what Basic Fun technically, you know, doing. It's just a basic way to play a game and enjoy it. But sometimes you got to think a little bit out of the box and give a feature that really says, wow, I want to pick that up. And that will hook people into going, ooh, I got number 18. Oh, I got to perk up the first 17 now. I got to go back and get them. So from a marketing sales point, sometimes you want to put a feature in that people grab you into their product line, your product line, and then you realize, oh my God, I got to pick up the other ones of this. I like this one. I got to pick up the other ones. And for the most part, the Basic Funs are just that. They're all pretty much entertaining, not expensive. You know, the first two, Space Invaders and Pac-Man, were very, very basic with just a black and white LCD. But they've been growing, which is good. As a company, you need to start making things a little bit better. And I think, you know, this is another fine product in their line. So if you do see it, you know, at Wall-Mart for like $18. Sometimes they go on sale. They do closeout, sometimes $5. It's worth picking up. I find it very entertaining. It's Tetris. You can't really go wrong with it. So I thank you guys for watching this little episode of Glen's Retro Show. Again, if you see either one of these two, I think they're both valuable games to play. And that's all I'd really say about it. It's Tetris. You can't go too wrong with it. So I want to thank you all for watching. If you did like the video, please like, share, subscribe. Leave me some comments down below. Do you have this? Do you feel like it's a good game? Do you feel like Basic Fun should have put a link cable in there to have two connecting and, you know, challenge a friend? Leave a comment down below. But in any case, I want to thank you all for watching. And remember, no matter what you do or how you do it, just remember to game on.
Tiny Arcade fan page. Remember, don't admire people too much. They'll disappoint you.
Sit, Blue Blue, sit. Good dog. That works. Put that on. Put that on. And do some dancing. Cool deal. Sound good? See how the sound works. Put that on, and do some dancing. Cool deal. Sound good?